The financial system in the United States is not designed to make you rich. In fact, it's structured to keep most people trapped in debt and financially dependent. Think about it. Banks profit when you're in debt. Big corporations get richer when you spend your money on their products. And the government? It collects the highest taxes from employees, while investors and business owners pay significantly less. So if you don't want to be the person making everyone else rich while struggling to get ahead, you need to stop doing the things that keep you stuck in this cycle. That's exactly what this video is about. Today, I'll reveal 10 financial traps that are keeping you broke, and if you stop falling for them, you'll finally be on your way to building real wealth. Number 1. Spending money you don't have. Pay close attention to the 3 C's: cars, credit cards, and consumer loans, because these are the biggest wealth killers. Let's start with cars. In America, most people focus only on whether they can afford the monthly payment instead of looking at the total cost. But cars lose value over time. They come with maintenance costs, insurance, and if you finance them, you're also paying interest. That means you could end up paying thousands more than the car is actually worth. If possible, buy a car in cash. If that's not realistic right now, consider a more affordable used car instead of locking yourself into years of payments. That way, you can save that extra money and invest it instead. Next, credit cards. If you don't pay your full balance each month, you get hit with interest, and in the US, credit card interest rates can be over 20% per year. That's a financial disaster waiting to happen. Many people don't even realize they're losing hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year just in interest payments. And if you're only making minimum payments, it could take you decades to pay off your debt. So instead of making banks richer, either use cash or pay off your card in full every month. And finally, consumer loans. Taking out personal loans, payday loans, or using buy now pay later services to finance things like vacations, electronics, or shopping sprees is a trap. You're spending future money on things that lose value, which means you'll spend months or even years paying interest on something you barely even use anymore. Instead, save first, spend later, and stop giving away your money in unnecessary interest payments. Number 2, only being a consumer. The entire economy is built on 3 types of people: consumers, entrepreneurs, and investors. Consumers spend money, entrepreneurs sell products and services, and investors own assets that make them money. If you're only a consumer, you're just handing your money over to businesses that make their owners and investors rich. That's why, even if you have a regular job, you need to start investing. Buy stocks, index funds, real estate, or other assets that generate passive income. That way, instead of just spending money, you'll also be making money, just like the wealthy do. If you're under 40 and still believe that Social Security will be enough for you to retire comfortably, think again. The truth is, Social Security was never designed to fully support your retirement. It works like a massive financial pyramid, where the money you pay today isn't actually saved for you. It's used to pay people who are already retired. The problem? The system is running out of money. Decades ago, there were over 9 working Americans for every retiree. Now, that number is less than 3. And as the population ages, the system will become more and more unsustainable. So what does that mean for you? It means that by the time you retire, you'll either receive way less than you need, or the system might not even exist in its current form. The only way to secure your financial future is to take control now. For example, if a 20-year-old invests just $250 a month at a 10% annual return, by the time they turn 60, they'll have over $1.4 million generating passive income. If they invest $500 a month, that number jumps to $2.8 million. Compare that to Social Security's maximum payout, which is only around $3,500 a month, and most retirees don't even qualify for that much. So ask yourself, do you really want to rely on the government for your retirement, or do you want to build your own financial freedom? Everyone goes through financial hardships, unexpected bills, medical emergencies, job losses, but there's a big difference between experiencing financial struggles and believing that you'll always be broke. If you're not happy with where you are financially, it's time to take action. Look at your life. Think about your future and ask yourself, what happens if nothing changes? Too many people get used to being broke. They find a routine, and even if they hate their financial situation, they don't take action because it feels normal. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to struggle forever. You can change your financial future, but only if you decide to take control. And that's exactly what we'll cover in the rest of this video. Keep watching because the next financial trap might be the one that's holding you back the most. There's a parable that illustrates this perfectly. Imagine this. A young man is driving for hours through the desert. Suddenly he comes across a small, old-fashioned gas station. It's nothing more than a gas pump, an old man sitting in a rocking chair, and a dog lying beside him. The young man pulls over, steps out, and asks, "Sir, could you please fill up my tank?" The old man nods, gets up, and begins refueling the car. While waiting, the driver notices something strange. The dog keeps whining and stopping, whining and stopping. It seems to be in pain, but it doesn't move. Curious and a little concerned, the young man asks, "Sir, is this your dog?" "Yes," the old man replies. "Then why is he whining like that?" The old man sighs and says, "Because he's sitting on a nail." Shocked, the driver asks, "Then why doesn't he just get up and move?" The old man shrugs, "Because it doesn't hurt enough yet." And that's exactly what happens to many people. They're struggling financially but not enough to take action. They complain, they feel frustrated, but they don't change, because the pain of staying the same isn't unbearable yet. But if you truly want to escape financial struggle, you have to make it a priority. Everything about your mindset and habits must shift. For many, that means leaving behind who you are today, and that can be terrifying. It might mean cutting ties with people who don't support your growth, whether they're friends, co-workers, or even family members. But here's the truth. You can't help others if you're drowning yourself. When you finally understand that change isn't just an option, but a necessity, that's when the transformation begins. Number 5, don't hate the system, learn to play the game. It's a fact. Banks profit from your debt, corporations profit from your spending, and the government collects the highest taxes from people who rely only on a salary. But complaining won't change reality. Understanding how the system works will. For example, if your only source of income is a salary, you'll always pay higher taxes because income tax is deducted directly from your paycheck, with no room to lower the rate. But investors? They can hold stocks or real estate for long periods and pay lower tax rates or even enjoy tax exemptions in some cases. And businesses? They can qualify for special tax structures, deductions, or exemptions depending on their size and industry. The system is designed to favor those who diversify their income and invest wisely. So instead of being angry at how things work, study the rules, find the legal loopholes, and use financial education to benefit from them. Number 6. Stop chasing easy money. When people first start learning about finances, they often think, "I want to get rich fast. I don't want to wait years or decades." That's when they fall for high-risk traps, gambling apps, pyramid schemes, sketchy investment groups, or so-called guaranteed trading bots. And while these offers seem tempting, the reality is that they make a few people rich while bankrupting everyone else. Think about it. If someone truly had a foolproof way to make fast money, why would they share it with you? Why wouldn't they just keep it to themselves and get even richer? There are only two possibilities. The opportunity isn't working anymore, and they're selling it after it's already failed. It was never real to begin with, and they're just trying to scam you. So always be skeptical of get-rich-quick promises. Real wealth comes from consistent, smart investments, not from chasing financial fantasies. Don't invest money you'll need tomorrow. Investing isn't the same as having a checking account. You need a separate emergency fund so you can handle life's unexpected expenses without touching your investments. Because here's the reality. Markets go up and down. If you invest money that you need for rent or bills, and the market drops, you'll be forced to sell at a loss. That's why investing is only for money you won't need in the short term. Build your emergency fund first, then focus on growing your wealth. Stop keeping all your money in a low-interest savings account. Yes, it's important to have some cash available. But if all your money is sitting in a savings account earning close to nothing, inflation is eating away your purchasing power every year. Instead, learn to invest in assets that protect your money from inflation, whether it's stocks, real estate, gold, or even Bitcoin. Holding too much cash means you're losing value over time instead of growing your wealth. Don't increase your lifestyle costs every time you make more money. You get a raise and what happens? You upgrade your car, you move into a more expensive apartment, you start spending more just because you can, and suddenly you're back to living paycheck to paycheck. But wealthy people do the opposite. Instead of spending all their extra income, they invest it. So the next time you get a raise, pause before increasing your spending. Instead, keep your lifestyle the same for a while and put that extra money to work. Number 10. Remember what really matters. Yes, money is important, but it's not everything. If you focus only on making money while ignoring your health, relationships, or purpose, you'll end up feeling empty. That's why true success means building wealth while also taking care of your body, mind, and relationships. Set financial goals, but also ask yourself, what's my deeper why? What's the reason I want to be successful? Because having money alone isn't enough. You need a reason to wake up excited every day. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. If you made it this far, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It really helps. See you in the next one.